That was a tough one.
Flying away, don't know where I go, which road to take, but I'm gonna find it on the way.
Half a day YouTubers, welcome back. It is Wendell again from the island of Guam. Woo-hoo! Now today I will be doing a different kind of video. This is by request and it's Who Did It Best? The two artists today are Manuel and Dalton Harris. They will be both singing I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. And we're going to see both of their performances or a clip from both of their performances side by side. And then at the end, I will give my decision as to who did it best. Now, disclaimer, who am I to judge who did anything best, right? So I will have my own criteria and I will explain that after we watch both clips. So here we go. That was a tough one. All right, my first criteria is excitement value or performance. Now for this one, I'm going to have to give it to Dalton Harris. For me, Dalton Harris takes more risks when he's singing. He goes for more difficult runs, and I believe he covers a wider range of his voice. Now, Johnny Manuel's voice is also very exciting, but for me, he takes less risks and sort of plays it safe. Okay, my next criteria is technical singing and pitch. Now, this category, I'm going to give it to Johnny Manuel. I would say between the two, Johnny Manuel was pitch perfect, and his placement is consistent throughout the whole song. He has a forward, bright placement. Dalton Harris switches from head voice to belting to chest voice, and that is more exciting, but he doesn't do it perfectly sometimes, so a few times he was just a slightly sharp or flat. But again, that's totally nitpicking. My third category is emotional connection to the audience and to the song. And for this category, I'm going to have to give it to Johnny Manuel. But for some reason, I feel as though Dalton Harris is sort of singing to impress the audience, not to connect with the audience. I know it's a singing competition and you gotta show your best stuff, but sometimes if you do too much, it feels like it's a little bit fake. Now sometimes Simon Cowell says, that was a bit self-indulgent of you, which means he says the singers are singing for their own pleasure rather than to please the audience. Johnny Manuel did just a slightly better job of connecting to me. So I'm gonna give it to Johnny Manuel. Now my fourth category is star power. Ooh. And in this category, I'm going to give it to Dalton Harris. To me, Dalton Harris looks like a star. He dresses like a star. He stands and posture. Everything is star-like. Famous people have that bit of unapproachable quality to them that makes them, appealing. Now, to be fair, we're comparing Johnny Manuel's first audition to Dalton Harris's, I believe it was semifinals. It was already a performance, so there was lights and costume and everything. But in my opinion, just overall, I think Dalton Harris exudes more of that star power. Okay, everybody, so far it's a tie. 2 for Johnny Manuel, 2 for Dalton Harris. So I'm going to have to break the tie, and my 5th tiebreaker category is personal preference. Again, who's to say who's a better singer and who's for me to say of all people? But if I'm going to pick one of them, I'm going to choose Johnny Manuel. I guess I prefer consistency and tone and technique over showmanship and star power. And it's probably because that's the kind of singer I aspire to be. So the final judgment for me is Johnny Manuel, 3, Dalton Harris, 2. The winner is Johnny Manuel. Now, I would love to hear your comments. If you disagree with me or agree with me, it's fine. Just leave a comment below and let me know. I would be happy to hear all your replies. So that's it for today. Join me next time for another reaction video. And again, if you like the content that I'm creating, please like and subscribe and share my channel with your friends. Until next time, bye-bye and take care and stay safe. Mwah.